Okay. Oh my goodness. All right. Good morning. Good morning. How are you? Welcome, Tina. Welcome, Jeff. Hello, hello. Hi. Happy summer.
It's getting there.
Almost there. How's it going?
Fabulous.
Yeah. Are you taking time off, Jeff? Any
Um,
Michigan at all?
Getting ready to start the busy workshop fall. So we're doing all our planning meetings and reserving spaces, and I'm also ready to go to Edmonton a couple of times. So it's kind of
Yeah. In the weeds, in the weeds. We've got a lot signed up for today, so I'm gonna just give it another minute before we get some folks in. Today's about profit. Oh my goodness, what a fun topic. I'm gonna give an in. Okay, Tina says, "Oh, good. Dan's hopping on too. Does he need you have the Zoom link to share with him? That'd be great. Welcome, Lita. Long time no see, my friend.
Thank you for the link.
Of
Sorry for not
course.
registering officially.
I know. It's okay. I try to send out emails right before just to like click to join. So always look out for those. If you are you're all on the list now. So for AM or PM sessions,
I gotta just tell you, summer is just sucking the life out of me right now.
is it? Yeah. And next month is not going to get any easier for you.
Well, but I always know that July is like a
It's
non-starter. It's
tough.
just
Yeah.
right now, just I'm running like an Airbnb and serving breakfast all day, and people are coming down. They're like, "What's for breakfast? When's breakfast? When's lunch?" I just closed my doors. I'm gonna go get myself a cup of coffee. I have my worksheet from yesterday. I have a list of things we're gonna work on. I mean, like I'm here. I needed these 2 hours, so
I'm glad. Welcome.
thank
Breathe,
you.
everyone. Breathe.
that was good. Take a breath.
I will. I
That was a
will.
big sigh. That was excellent.
Yeah. Breath is great. Getting into this space. If you want to jump ahead and start just thinking about what your intention is, right? Maybe it's just coming down from the last 6 months in our business. Maybe it's ramping something up, right? What is your intention for today? I'm going to go ahead and start for the sake of time to honor you all who are here today. I know there's going to be some others who will pop in. So we had a bunch register for today. So did anyone have any issues getting the link, or was it pretty straightforward? So maybe I need to send something out. If we are experiencing any technical difficulties. Okay, so I wanted to introduce you all. Welcome to CEO Days. CEO Days is a on your business workshop. We host these every single month, and this is a great space for entrepreneurs and business owners to truly take time for themselves, like we just mentioned, for your business, and to get really specific and clear on what it is that you need to do to move your business forward. This is also going to give you a workspace so you can get things done such as working on your website, clearing up your marketing plan, putting together any offerings, or simply getting the work that clients don't usually allow you to have, right? Get it done so your business can continue to grow and to move forward the way it needs to without distraction. But today specifically, I want to talk about profit. So, today we're going to unlock the profit of your own profitability. Today we're going to dive deep into your business's profit drivers. So, what is the profit that's coming in, or where are we dampering our own profit? We're going to learn what's working, where to scale back, and how to create sustainable income streams so you can support the bold growth and ease of your business. We're going to go over a profit. ability analysis, expense assessment, revenue boosting strategies, and also a productive work sprint to be more profitable in your business. This is our little workshop inside of this bigger space, which we're going to be doing a brain dump. We're going to be here we go. We're going to be doing our brain dump. We're going to be doing our needs and excess analysis, as well as putting together our 30-day action plan at the end. So welcome, welcome. I want to just get started with everyone to kick off our meeting today with a brain dump exercise after we set our intentions. So if you haven't yet set your intentions for today, go ahead and do that. Our members can set that on page 3 of our workbook. If you are following along without a workbook, you are more than welcome to. You just grab a piece of paper, a notebook, whatever's available to you. Make sure you have lots of room because we're going to be doing a lot of reflection today. Welcome, Dan, next to Tina as well. If you guys want to turn your camera on too, that'd be wonderful so we can see your faces and make you feel more included here. So go ahead and let's set our intention. And then when you're finished with that, let's do a brain dump. And I'll talk about that after we set our intentions for today. Hi, Megan. So good to see you. Oh, sorry, waiting room. All right. Okay, welcome Danielle and Roxanne. We are just wrapping up our intention and we're going to go over to our brain dump. So it's the perfect transition. So in our brain dump, we have, if you can follow along, a sheet of paper, right, a line down the middle. On the left side is everything in your personal sphere, and on the right side is everything going on in your business. This is a space. You can make it as a to-do list, as a journal, as a just absolute, what the word is, a dump of information, of ideas, of to-dos, whatever it is, you just write it down. The purpose of this exercise is so you can completely come to this space with a clear mind. So use it as a meditation almost to just write down anything and anything that pops up without judgment, without any kind of need to take action, but just to simply write it down. We do this for about 10 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and start the timer now and let's get to it. If you have any questions at all, go ahead and just unmute yourself and ask away. But we're going to start on our brain dump today. For members, we also have extra sheets of brain dump at the end of each and every workshop in your monthly books. So I like to advise that you use this every single week. You pick a day, you pick a day of the week, a time of the week that you do a weekly brain dump because it's going to help you really identify and to just mark the milestones of what's going on in your business, what's going on in your personal life, and how do you just take an assessment of all the things that you're carrying on your shoulders and be able to see, hey, that's why this month is a little absolutely crazy, or this is why this month is so amazing and why all the good things are flowing. So, this is actually a really great journal opportunity for you to just take inventory of what is happening in and around your business and in and around your personal life so you can really predict some patterns or data or all the different things that are coming up. It doesn't have to be fancy. Like I said, they could just be a chicken scratch list of all the things that you have. Vito, what is wrong with me? Why do I keep saying chicken scratch lately? I said it like 4 times yesterday at my presentation at your group.
Because it's easy and it just flies off and we all can relate to it. We
Right?
all know what it is. So, all
Exactly.
right, I heard brain dump. I was making coffee.
Yep. We are on page 5 for members, but brain dump is left side is personal, right side is business.
Got it.
All the things. Let's do the brain dump, my friends. Oh, sorry, Angela. Sorry, my dear. I didn't see you in the waiting room right now. We're deep into the brain dump, so we've got about 5 minutes left, Angela. Can you hear us, Angela? Can you hear me? You got it? We got 5 minutes left of our brain dump, Angela, when you can. I don't know if she can hear. Make it the list even longer. If you think there's like, oh, there's 4 or 5 things, We're talking all the stuff that keeps you up at night, my friends. I don't care if it's a dog appointment. I pulled the weeds on my driveway yesterday because they were driving me nuts. Like, you show up to my house and it looks like there's weeds everywhere, but just we had a lot of rain. And I spent 10 minutes doing that yesterday, and I can't tell you how much better it makes me feel just getting a little thing done like that. It's those ticky-tacky things in life, right? Um, that just keep you up at night. If you are done on your business side, add in 6 month financial check-in. Add in testimonials from your last 6 months from your clients. And also add in, do a website review, something about like your overall customer virtual, like online experience of going through and making sure information is up to date and the way people pay you is smooth and it's not too many steps and all that good stuff, or your lead magnet is working and you're testing it out. So we're 6 months into the year. So, like little things of just maintenance, right? That you don't want to go a full year of things being wrong or people are trying to get to you and they don't know how, right? So just do a little assessment on somebody coming in fresh and new and can they get to the things you're doing. And then we are going to wrap up with what is important. Maybe there's something with your taxes you need to just check up on, right? Like, let's just make sure that's not getting out of control. We can just review all your finances for half of the year. It's all the stuff we're responsible for, right? Ah, Jeff, I need to send you some bread. I'm going to give you some sourdough, homemade bread. Actually, everyone, send me your address. I don't want to mail it. That's weird, but send me your address anyways. Maybe I'll pop by and drop off a magic loaf. Everyone text me or email me your address and I will get you at some point a fresh loaf of sourdough bread. If you want to make any, I have a North Shore area like Riverwoods event coming up July 11th and then down in Lamont where I live July 20th. Those are my two upcoming classes. It's funny, it's going into the business section now. Like I'm like this is a business thing I'm doing. Another business. Who would have thought? All right, we are about time. Oh, Morgan's joining in. Sorry about that. Hi, Morgan. So good to see you here. We just finished up our brain dump, so we're going to reflect on that for a minute. If you got more things, keep writing more things down. But let's go ahead and outline one thing that you feel like you can get done today, or one thing that you feel like is really on the edge of your seat in terms of this is really impacting my profitability. And I want you to really look at that and see. Morgan, you're going to love today's workshop. This is all about math and numbers and money. So I know this is right up your alley today. All right, so let's go through our list. If you have any other things that come to mind as people are sharing, I want you to think about it. So I'll share first. We bought an RV like a week and a half ago because we want to be in nature more and out of the house and just like the calm and chill of a campfire every now and again. And no, Roxanne, the recipes are different for gluten-free and for regular sourdough. I can send you the gluten-free recipe if you want. So we went on a trip this weekend and it actually like didn't, the brake locks somehow got something happened when we were trying to leave because we were somewhere for 2 nights and it was beautiful. And then we're like getting ready to leave at the last hour and like the brake locks wouldn't connect. So it needs to be fixed, but I need to add that to my personal list. But just wanted to share with you because it's like the whole, if you look at the front of your workbooks, it has a little road. I don't know if anyone's like saw that before, but we were just like a road tripping kind of family and we upgraded our experience to this RV. And I'm just so excited because I'm like, like this was a long time coming. And in my January CEO days, the route in our stops, it's like I had not even imagined this purchase or like, going to this level and here we are. And so I just wanted to share that as like a little piece of abundance that like whatever we intended in January, like the route in our stops and all the things that we dreamed up for the kinds of experiences we had, like it's just so fun to look at it now and be like, okay, in reality, like are we really enjoying the things in our life or doing the things that we said we're going to do? So just as a little like echo to our January event, because that was only 6 months ago, make sure that you're taking the time for joy and the time for the things that you truly appreciate and want to experience in your life and your business. It can't be all business, right? So even if that takes up a little time and money and energy, it's important because this is your lived experience of like how you're going through life and the energy that you're putting into it. All right. So I just want to share that because that's kind of like exciting big news and fun. But anyone else have something fun or like I hope because it's like the start of this summer, it's midway through the year. Like who has not felt like they've taken a big enough break? If you feel like you've been just going, going, going in your business and not really taking any time off, I want you to write that down. Like time off question mark? Like what could that be? Maybe today's exercise can like do something for you around that. When you look at your profitability, you're like, I'm burning at two ends of the wick and I'm making not that much money. Like, why can't I take a day off and go work at Starved Rock today and do something fun? Danielle, you rescued a dog. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it usually happens. Like, life is always crazy and you just add another thing to the mix. What kind of dog is it? A little sweetie.
She's a sheepadoodle labradoodle mix.
Oh my gosh.
She's currently sleeping. I'll see if I can. Oh,
Yeah, I want to see.
let's see.
Oh my God. Look at, and then you're going to have your little companion right there at your feet.
Yep.
Here, I'll show you too, because look at, there's the dog bed, but here's where where did he go? You can see a little paw down there. Come on, camera. I'm connected to it, but he's down there somewhere. Hold on. There, it has to be at hi, Buck. Always has to be at my chair. So if I roll back ever so slightly, he'll get run over. Um, it's funny. All right, what else is going on with y'all? What's going on in business? What are some challenges or wins or anything? Well, we'll get to that, but like what else is on your mind?
I have had videos on my mind for a I know I need to do them to for promotion.
Hmm?
People react better to like just a little snippet, like the one you made for me. Like I need to do that, and I'm at a roadblock. So I have videos are on my mind. Like I am going to be working on some sort of video content
Hmm.
Don't know what, don't know how, but that is what that's my block right now. So
Love it.
videos.
Okay. Canva Pro. You will never go back.
I have Canva Pro.
Video making in Canva Pro changes my world. I have Adobe Premiere,
Okay,
which is like the top of the top for video editing software. Most of the time I'm in Canva Pro because it's so much easier.
great. Easy is helpful. I need easy. I was going to use iMovie, but if Canva Pro is easier, I will use Canva Pro.
Because you can
Perfect.
be on your devices interchangeably, phone,
Okay,
anywhere. You're sitting and waiting for someone something. You could just be editing a video, downloading it. It's on your camera reel, post it from your social media. Like boom, boom, boom.
perfect. Yay. Thank you.
Easy. Okay, so circle in your brain dump what it is that you feel like profitability wise. Again, and we're going to talk about it today too. Profitability doesn't always mean bottom line money, dollars. It's about end result impact. So if you're like videos, oh my gosh, I just feel like the guilt, the shame, the constant the ick in my business. We can work on how it could be more profitable to get these things done. All right. We're going to our crosshairs of our reflection, page 7, everyone who is, I think everyone's members here for the most part or been here for a while. Wins and challenges for June or May. So since last CEO days in May, all the way up to today. So there's could be a lot that has happened. I mean, think that was before Mother's Day. That was before, um, just it was still cold out here in Chicago. It was not really like summery yet. So what happened May 1st until or was it? I think it was May 1st. Can't even think of our May date. But May until June CEO days. Wins, wins, wins. So let's think about our wins first. Angela has a request in the chat. Angela, put the location you're at too in case that matters. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Any challenges now? Let's scoot over there. Let's scoot over to challenges. If you have any that you're writing down, just share them. Like while you're writing them, just shout them out so we can just keep moving along. So obviously my RV break thing is kind of annoying because we want to be gone now all the time. It's so fun to like be in like 200 square feet, everyone on top of each other, trying to get things done. But more time in nature, right? What else? What else is going on in your world? What are some challenges as your business unfolds into the second half of the year? We crossed the median. We're in the second half of the year, everyone. Any challenges come up? I want to know about them. I want you to be open and clear about you declaring them, and then we're going to intend to work on them. And we have your support. We are here to support you. Mm. Danielle, do you think you can use today's work sprint to plan and promote, or do you have other things that you need to work at your work sprint right now? Because could you schedule a few things out during your work sprint today?
Possibly I have a couple other things I have to get done
Yep.
from my brain dump. Um, but I will try.
Are you on ChatGPT yet? Do you use your AI? Okay.
No.
Okay. If there's any resistance, why or how, see what other things you could do to automate your promotions. I'm just saying, we did a whole workshop. I did two in the past week about AI and marketing and making it speedy, quick. Like I'm talking like 15 minutes to do a quick marketing plan and get some posts out. But if you need some help and support, you know who to come to for planning and promoting. Um, okay. Anyone else challenges? We don't have to have a solution right away. It's just getting it out there in the ether that it's like, I'm declaring that this is hard and I'm committed to working on it.
So when I came in, I flustered with children home from school, teenagers needing food constantly. So I'd say the summer schedule right now is my challenge and
Mm,
finding time to work on my business and do work and billables and marketing and all that, and also be present for my children. They say what we have 18 summers, so not being upset that they're home and demanding of the time. So just finding that balance is my challenge for the next 2 months.
right. It's like you got a whole new, like you have roommates that moved in, right? Like
Very messy roommates.
it's, I can imagine that shift of like, because I'm just used to pure chaos all the time, but like just to have that like peace and abundance when they're at school and then be like, oh, like your whole entire house is your office, basically. Like you could go wherever you want, do whatever you want, keep things clean. But yeah, that's a real life struggle for sure. Yeah, getting sick and falling behind. Oh my gosh, I hope you feel so much better, my dear. Yeah, it's tough when you feel like so many things are out of your control too, where it's just like, I didn't do this. Like, I didn't make this happen. I was on top of my game and it happens, right? It's part of being human. One more challenge. Come on. What do we got? Who didn't we hear from yet?
Jeff posted something.
Oh, there we go. More reactionary. Yeah. Quick marketing plan sounds like a great idea. Jeff, didn't you name your AI companion? Did you name your one? I could have sworn you had like a name for them.
Well, I asked what I should call it, and Chat GPT just said you can call me Chat. And I said, well, that sounds good. Oh, it said Chat GPT. And I said, that sounds too formal. I'll just call you Chat unless you're late for dinner. And then, and it responded with all these great emojis and humor and laughter. And it just sort of amazed me. And
You.
it's, and I tell you what, that thing has been a lifesaver
Hmm. Hmm.
lately, in terms of helping me get rid of things and have a little more focus.
Right. So marketing tips and tidbits, you've got your events coming up and you've got a time frame. So something that you could do for your marketing plan would be, write me a quick marketing plan for the next X amount of days, right? Until this event. How do I work backwards? And what do I need to do to put your goal? How many people there from what areas, right? Because they're going to come from all over, right? So maybe you hit up some like target demographics too and say, how do I reach those people and what do I need to do? Like currently I have a newsletter. I'm on LinkedIn. I have a Facebook page, and I have email contacts that I can reach out to. What should I say to them and how should it look? I've got a lot of ideas, but ask me some questions if you need any help, but give me a marketing plan so I can effectively reach my goal in less time with more ease. Sometimes it's as simple as that. I keep telling people, like, I used to get paid buku bucks for making these marketing plans, and I don't anymore because I just like, chat will do it so quickly in a way that it's so much more research backed, but yet you can keep finessing it as you just try. Because the number one thing is consistency and consistently showing up, consistently doing the things. It's great to have a plan, but if we're not taking action, the plan is just as good as our hopes and intentions. So it's good to actually take action. And the quicker we can get the ideas, get the plan, get the marching orders, we can start doing the things and start bringing in the income that we need. All right. Next line. What was absolutely needed to have the wins that you came about? Um, was it need from other support people in your life? Was it needed for you to think a different way? Was it needed for you to be courageous in a way that you were being more bold or more straightforward or setting deeper boundaries? What needed to happen to create the wins that you've experienced this past month? And then the next column is what are some of the things that are holding you back? I have this client who needs like a daily check-in. Why aren't my sales this much? And last year they were this much. Every day. Every day. And it really gets old after a while because I want to be so kind and give them data and things like that. And I'm just like, every day, Mike, can't have this. Like it's really dampening my flow here. And like other days are really great. And again, I'm not even really responsible for half of this stuff. I create the marketing plan, I create the social media posts, I push the ads out, and I send like 6 email newsletters. That's my job. But yet it's so much more and it's a lot. So sometimes we have clients that need a little bit of you know, hey, like I don't need these questions every 2 seconds, which is fine. It's customer service, right? It's good customer service. Um, Anything else in your excess holding you back? Like, I also am struggling. I have like the top of the line technology, but some reason things are just slowing down. So I think I need to like do a deep clean in some of my technology just to speed things up. Like, when was the last time you did updates? Especially Danielle, you're shooting a lot more. You've got more space allocated. It's like, oh my gosh. Like for some reason, my memory cards aren't just reading. And I'm like, I think I just need new memory cards. It's been years, but like that can happen. I totally forgot about that. So like speed of technology. And again, time is money. So when things are slowing you down in your workflow and you're getting more anxious, like anxious about it, and you're like, people are asking me for it's just it can build up. So getting things cleaned up, like a clean house, computer day too. Last year, June, we had clear the space in our CEO days, which was like a day to do that kind of stuff. So we'll bring that back in another year or two. We have a whole schedule of all the things, all the topics of CEO days, but clear the space last June was a big one. Everyone really enjoyed that one. All right, how about you? Any other things holding you back that you feel like? I don't want to just share all of my woes and complaints. Oh, you don't reuse the cards at all? You keep all the cards. Oh my gosh, that's expensive. Good for you. But it's a backup, right? Backup to the backup to the backup. Lita is hosting a workshop tomorrow that you might be interested in too. It's called Tech and Sip for folks on their iPhones and photo organization. She's a photo organizer. So Lita and Danielle, you two need to talk because photo organization and cleaning up and putting things in the right spot, you two would be great power partners. Danielle is a branding and portrait photographer in Downers Grove. She does amazing work. All right. All right, let's move on then, my friends. We got things to do here. All right, so taking on this was just a little bit more of an elaborated view of the needs versus excess. So taking those specific things and making it more general, what is needed in your business right now? Um, if it's I need to feel better and just take more care of myself. I'm not saying, this in any way, but like, for me, I like need more downtime to think of new things. Like when I work too hard, too fast, I sometimes just want to lose everything. So knowing your patterns, knowing your behavior shifts, knowing things that are coming up, like how do you hold space for yourself when things are shifting and changing? You've all done this for a while now, CEO days for months and months and months. You know what you need, so let's write those down. All right. Any takeaways from this section? Needs in excess, anything that's needed, and anything that you want to share with our group today that would feel great to get out there in terms of an ask, right? What is needed in your business right now that you can turn into an ask for our support community here? Or if you have an event that you need eyeballs on or to promote or some sort of offering, feel free to share the link. We're all people with our own following in social media and people that we know. Like we are mid-year. We got to use our resources to the max of our potential here. This is a potential new audience you can share things with. So go ahead and drop those in the chat if you have any links. If you need to connect with anyone specifically. Is there any mentors you're looking for? No needs? Come on, friends. Yes, thank you, Lita. Love that. All right. All right, my friends. Let's go ahead and when you're ready, we're going to shift our gears here to page 10, our profit profile. So I'm going to have you all do a little deep dive into your own profitability on each offering that you have. If you have just one single offering, that would be awesome. And for folks who can't adjust their prices or they have kind of a different way of doing things, like I know Morgan, yours is going to be a little interesting because you can't really specifically change anything about what you offer in terms of your offering, but this is going to still help you outline what your income source is because there's other ways that you make money between different types of insurance plans. Um, Maybe there is a monthly income, like revenue coming in and then expenses going out. And just remember, your time is your expense. So if you really want to get familiar with where your profitability is, this is going to be really important. I had a client a few years ago who was a large, like family business. They had I can't even tell you thousands of SKUs. So they would sell things for industrial products for a variety of different clients, customers. They also had kind of like a sports and leisure line. They had the COVID-19 relief line of all the things that they were offering. And it was really kind of like a very mishmash mess of like, well, how do we prioritize what we're pushing out there and prioritizing in our marketing budget? Because I was responsible for pushing the whole company. And there were so many products. I'm like, well, what sells, right? So this exercise would have been really important for them because they had so many things going out and yet they were known for like they were known for decades for this one particular line of products. And over the years, they've really evolved because their services evolved and the times in the world evolved. But when it came to marketing, it felt like whatever's new and exciting that they were creating a partnership with, they would kind of prioritize pushing that. However, this was hurting their bottom line. The reason being is because they didn't really understand what the most profitable products were and offerings were, that had they just used that as their top of funnel, right? Which is basically like what they're known for. And as people became more and more familiar with them as their customers, they worked with them for years, they became loyal, they can explore different areas and SKUs and different departments that they would also offer if it was applicable. But sell what has the highest profit margin first so you can keep your business as sustained as possible. I know some of you offer a lot of different things. Like Megan is a real estate agent, and for her sake, putting all of her sales and marketing efforts to just like first time home buyers with little to put down and smaller price points versus maybe homes in different areas for sellers, for, different ways that she can help people with a higher bottom line. It might be more advantageous for her to do that. And I don't know because she has to do this exercise, but I'm just giving an example, right? So whatever it is, you can take this exercise as a way to really look at all the ways that you spend your time and what you speak about in front of a group of fresh new eyes or fresh people who are learning just about you. You want to put your most profitable offering out there, like for them to know that about you and nothing really else, because you want them to be able to refer you and grow that section of your business the most, because it makes the most sense to have the most volume of those kind of sales and transactions. Now, the other things are great to really understand too, because you could be like selling your cheapest thing or your most like unprofitable thing that takes the most amount of time and energy that the more you have of that, you probably would feel more burnt out with, and the money's not really there either. So I really want you to look at page 10 as an exercise of an inventory of all the things that you're truly offering. You may be marketing these things, and I want you to put in priority list of what the things you should be focus and emphasize on doing more of. So this also relates. So I want you to think about like if you need to have a separate sheet of paper too about like any monthly expenses for each and every one, or if you have a way of to say you can even change that of like how much time am I spending on said offering, right? Compared to the others. You can divide that up and be like, okay, well, how much am I making, but how much time is it costing me? What's the bottom line profit at the end of the day? And see if like, yeah, sure, you're selling something for $4,000, but it takes you 400 hours to do, right? The profit margin isn't as good as maybe you have a group program that you sell for $1,000 that takes you 30 minutes to do, right? So just really understanding this and at the very core of like numbers and math and figuring out what it is that you should really be putting out there into your networking groups, your social media pages, and the way that you're talking about your business in terms of what you're trying to promote. So I hope, Danielle, this is a fun exercise for you to also almost um, plan a little bit around, right? Like what you want to promote and how you want to move forward with it, because this could be really helpful. So first we're going to start by putting all of our income sources down. So what is it that you offer? And I want you to just take a quick inventory of that. And it could be as simple as a lead magnet offering that's free, that took you no time to make at all. And you're getting, right? You're getting the income of, more leads and you're generating more interest and having more conversations, which leads to higher ticket business. Or you could be the income source is an affiliate link if you are associated with anything like that. Maybe the income source is a group program or a standalone offer. Put everything down that you offer. And then I want you to put like think monthly, right? Because realistically that we think in a 30-day term, but in a month's time, how much do you believe you make out of each and every one of these offerings? So for Megan, it's how many houses are you selling? How many houses are from the sales side, from the buyer side, from right, like maybe referrals, however you want to like divide this up. Like referral business only. Um, and go ahead and just put what the monthly income is. Maybe you have a totally side business that I don't even know about that you want to put in there too to be like, maybe I should start shifting to selling, these awesome, this makeup line or something that somebody turned me on to. I don't know. And then if you are measuring by time, do you know what your time is worth per hour? And if you don't, I want you to put a big question mark on that to try to figure out. Like, are you like below like $50 an hour for that time? Do you want to increase that? So whatever monthly expenses they are, right? Like put your time as a dollar amount. So if you work 2 hours on something, it should be whatever your dollar amount is times two, or rate per hour times two. if that makes sense. If there's any other expenses that go into it, like my sourdough classes, there's at least like, if I don't have it at my house, it's usually around like $800 for one class. I know that. And it's a lot to buy the flour, to buy the extra, materials, to rent the space, to do all the promotion, my hours prepping all those snacks and all the treats ahead of time. It's a lot, right? So if I only sell like 10 classes, well, I'm not profitable. But if I sell 50, hallelujah. So I'm just giving you guys a little lowdown on that and just kind of how to break it up. Because then you can understand, ooh, I need to get more on the promotion side, or I need to reduce my expenses, right? Like you have different levers that you can adjust for profitability, but you're going to create this profile here to figure out where's your money at, or where's your money not? Does anyone have questions as we go? Like, is this making sense to everyone? Does anyone feel stuck right now that we need to go over together? Because I know this is kind of a lot of probably like looking ahead too, at like looking at your bank statements and looking at your calendar and how many things you have going on. That's interesting. Like, yeah, maybe you look at this as like, okay, for this section of your offering, how much money you're pouring into it versus how much you're making on it. And you do that over time. And if it's negative, you're like, ooh, it's time to decide, right? Like, I'm only making $200 on this and I'm working a lot. Like, what does that mean? Or you're like, oh, I think it's a good idea to promote, I'm just using Danielle as an example, a mini sessions versus branding sessions. I want to know what I should be dumping more time in. Just because it's the season of it and everyone's doing it doesn't mean it's profitable for you to do that, right? So like see how much mini sessions bring in versus pushing more toward the corporate branding stuff, right? Getting two or three of those. Okay, I offer two family session options. I want to have one option. Yep, remove one and cite and put the base and yeah, so think about what's realistic. Like right now, how much money are you making offering the two or the one session or the other session? So it's family session number one is an income source and family session number two with that package deal. And then how much are you selling of those? And then how much are you making out of them, right? And just decide. And if you don't know either, this could be something that you just really look at some of your data and work toward. Angela probably loves this too because this is all data. Data. Like, okay, for instance, like I've always been like, well, I keep my photography business open because it's a good outlet for me. I have fun doing it. But when I look at my monthly expenses, it's about $500 a month for me to keep that business up between the website, getting the newsletter out, all my technology, like paying off all those like programs and stuff, or storage fees on photo websites, upgrading my servers. It's like I'm only making between $200 and $700 a month. Like what? So either I decide I'm going to push this more to make more volume, or if I keep it at with the rate right now, like is that worth it? Or do I just say like, man, I don't really offer it anymore, right? Whatever it is. Because I mean, your time marketing something and putting things together and putting and hosting a website at each year, I mean that matters, right? That's a cost. Oh, hey Heather, how are you? We
I'm good. How are you? Sorry,
good.
my camera's off. I was totally immersed in another summit, and then I realized that CEO Days was going on. So I
Welcome.
thought, you know what? I'm just going to hop on and check it out.
I love it. Thank you. We're in the middle of our building our profit profile right now. So I know it's going to seem like a little mid-wave, but try to take what you can out of it. So right now we were looking at all of our income sources and figuring out is the money we're earning versus the money that's going out, where's the profit, right? So we're independently working at the moment, trying to figure it all out, and then I'm opening it up for questions soon if anyone has any aha moments. So what about you guys all? Like anyone come up with writing some things down and figuring out like, ooh, I didn't realize I was that close to a profit margin that was so small, right? Like when you subtract monthly expenses versus monthly income. What are you feeling? What are you looking at? Any aha moments? What do you think, Megan? Anything for you, or is it kind of tricky?
Mine's a little more tricky.
Hmm. You can do this exercise too about like different like, because just because there's an income source, it doesn't need to be like dollar amount. It could be like I wanted to decide if a networking group was actually making sense, like how much I was paying for it, how many hours I was spending, and what I was really getting out of it. So you can use the same equation for all things that you're doing in your business in a way of like, what is the bottom line profit ability for energy, for time, for resources that you're receiving? For things that you're doing or committed to, not only even just selling products. So if there's a couple spaces left that you feel like, oh, I have some extra space, but I want some answers on this and I want to do the math, you can use it for that. Because I figured out something that like I was like, oh, it's hard to really like see the benefit in XYZ, right? For these different things. Who is really profitable in their offerings? You're like, damn, this is great. Morgan, are you pretty profitable?
Yeah, I was gonna say the one that I obviously have been prioritizing is kind of the most profitable and worked on this for a couple of years now. So was listening to a podcast the other day that was talking about singular focus and understanding where your revenue and profitability of that revenue comes from and really just focusing
Ooh.
on that for like a 30-day period of time. So that kind of like ignited me to like, all right, well, let's look at this rather than trying to keep three different things, just focus on the one and yeah, the others will kind of like your point with all the SKUs at that other company.
Yeah. Yeah, because you can't be everything to everyone all the time. It's confusing. And like they say, confused buyer never buy or confused, shopper never buys. So the more straightforward and clear you are, and like I promote this and this is what I sell and this is what I'm known for. Like they don't really have to know about all the other things unless they're asking for more support in those different areas. Okay. All right. So let's go to page 11. If you do not have the workbook, you're following along. I want you to think about a couple new income streams or ways that you can change your products or services in a way. So like for instance, like I know Heather, for instance, you're just joining on, you're creating a brand new course. And this is a new idea for you, but you've been working on it, but it's to take your coaching business up to another level with creating a group program and course. And we've actually kind of shifted to it becoming a whole experience for people. So, um, go ahead and put down what new ideas that you feel like you can come up with in the second half of the year to either expand your profitability on a current income source or maybe just get rid of something. Like, I just want to take this down. Like Danielle was saying, like maybe remove an option from somebody and just like streamline it into one complete experience that I feel like I can support them more and they'll buy more. Right. So these are all really important things to make a declaration on. Like, what are you going to do to drive your profitability upwards? Does anyone have any questions on this or need some brainstorming around? Roxanne, do you have all your stuff figured? I mean, you're so numbery, like you know your numbers, right? But anything like that sticks out for you or any aha moments too? Any new ideas?
Oh, there's always aha moments when you look at this stuff. I mean, let's face it, because yes, I work in numbers all day, not just my own, but because I'm doing it so much for other people
Mm.
that there are times that I slack on mine.
Yeah.
I mean, I know what I'm making. I know in general, what my monthly expenses are. It's those, ooh, I forgot about that because you added something new and you weren't building that into things. And then all of a sudden, some of those monthly things that just went up. Well, when did that happen? So, yeah, I mean, I get surprises just like everybody else because I'm not as keyed into mine as
Mhm.
I am on my client stuff. That I could tell you on each and every one of them all the funky stuff going on with theirs.
Yeah.
But mine, so I have made it a point that I'm starting to do just for myself, especially some deep dive quarterly reviews. Because if it only happened for a month, 2, even 3 months, it's not that bad. You catch it, you nip it in the bud, you decide, is that really what I wanted? And if not, I can cut it. And then it's only a little bit of a loss there. Or if it was something that I intended on, looking at it going, well, am I seeing the benefit? Do I want to continue with it? So, yeah,
Yeah,
no different than anybody else.
I had a pop-up thought, like how many of us do a 30-day trial of a program or a tool or something, and then it auto renews, and we're like, like we forgot. So if there's anything marketing related too in that regard or technology related, right? That it's like I need to get on top of my expenses because now I'm like paying for more things. Or like for me, it's like, do I really need like 5 or 6 different websites? Angela doesn't even want to hear it. She does not want to hear it from me. But I'm laughing because it's like I sometimes find a need for like, oh, I need to put this on here and there, and it's like a different audience and they need to see a different thing. And then I'm like, but it costs a lot of money, like each month to have another domain, another website, another like thing to pour into and to keep up and to put a blog and to update stuff. So it costs me money. And so I have to look at like that too. And I just kind of that came up, Roxanne, when you were saying like monthly expenses and just kind of nipping things out right away. Oh man. So I just want to share that too because it comes up for us sometimes when we're in business and we want to jump on all the like fun and exciting things, but do we really truly need it? Does it feel like a hell yes to us? Is it something that we are just saying yes to because we feel like, well, everyone else is doing it or, every other my competition is having it this way. No, if it's not profitable for your business, like it's got to go. And we have to make that decision with confidence and clarity so we can create that. So any new ideas come up on page 11. The feasibility checklist is like, like how can you really like how much do you really think that that new idea needs to happen or do you just need to kind of let it sit and simmer for a moment? So like do you need to like do it right now? Like Danielle's going into her busy season and there's more family sessions before the fall. Like you probably need to decide that soon so you can start advertising that. Like it's probably most feasible for you to, prioritize that. All right, I'll give you all just one more minute to come up with those new ideas on how to drive your profit up a little bit more. Or if you need to kind of work on your monthly expenses a little bit more. Let's see. All right. All right. Any last takeaways, profit profile? Does everyone feel good about theirs or at least have a good clarity and some next steps? What are any takeaways? No, nothing. Come on, this would have been eye-opening if I just would have done it for the first time. Holy man.
So this isn't an aha, this is a oh shit. Like I don't I do have several different offerings, and I don't necessarily have a concise way to identify how much each one is costing me versus how much each
Mhm.
one is making me. I have an idea, and so I was going to do like a high low and
Right.
just kind of get that feeling like, okay, my tech and sips more out of pocket than I make.
Yeah.
My books uh, doesn't cost me a lot, but I make a lot. So it's like I kind of have a feel, but I don't have the exact numbers. So I'm stuck with the numbers. It's not an aha, but it's not bad either. I have to put more thought into it.
Yeah, and that's great. That's a wonderful just space to have a little bit more curiosity in. Great. Anyone else? Are we ready to move on to getting productive? All right, let's not waste any time then. So, in the next 40 minutes, this is where you get to truly work on your business. So, I want you to really dive into optimizing your profitability today. Danielle already mentioned that she has something specific she wants to work on, but how about you? If you don't have anything specifically that you want to work on, look at your brain dump. For Heather, who just walked in, a brain dump is a quick list of everything on the left side is personal, the right side is business. What is it that's on your mind right now that you need to just get on a piece of paper and figure out how can I just move my business forward right now and use the brain dump as a direction? Maybe it's also looking at that. I love that Roxanne brought up a quarterly inventory or a mid-year check-in to your entire customer journey experience. What is a customer who's interested, who's ready to buy, who has money in their pocket, ready to spend, and they got in front of you? What does it look like for them to take the next step? Are there too many buttons? Are they overwhelmed by options? Are there any ideas that you can enhance that customer service and customer journey for them that makes it feel really easy for them to give you the sale versus your competitor? So check in with your business and your overall experience that you're putting out there for people mid-year. Or do you need to look at your finances in general? Because this whole profitability experience was very difficult for you. You did not know your numbers. You did not know the money that was coming in versus going out. And you feel like you work tirelessly every day without true clarity or direction on what it is that you need to be doing. And it's feeling like you're just spending time and not enough impact is being made. So this is the time and space to work on those things in your business during the getting productive time. So I want you to write on page 13 what your intention for the next 40 minutes is to do. And if you have questions or if you have just things that are just lingering, like, you know what, I want to explore this part of my business that I just haven't really dove deep in right now, or you have specific things that you need to get done during this work time, write that intention on your page. And then the next section for the to-dos is all about like right under that, whatever we didn't get to, I want you to write a to-do list so you can take what momentum we've built today and be able to plug those into your calendar later so you have an ability to finish these tasks. Any questions, any intentions that seem really fun and easy to share? No? What are you going to be working on? You can throw them in the chat. Ooh, inbox zero. Love that. Because again, what's taking up your time, right? Checking emails or getting more to-do lists every day. That's a good one. Unsubscribing, like It's a great time to unsubscribe to as many things in your inbox as possible. Just don't unsubscribe to my stuff though, please. You need to hear from me. It's an absolute essential, or else you won't know about these events. I promise I only send like 5 emails a month. All right, let's go ahead. Yeah, upgrade to Canva Pro. Oh, okay, perfect, Jeff. His workshop coming up. Beautiful. Let's take a look at that. That's weird. Cool, Jeff. I love it. Awesome. All right. All right, friends. So we're going to go ahead and get to work. So let's give ourselves about 30 minutes. I'll check in with you to see how you're doing and then see if we need more time to finish up our tasks. Okay. Does anyone have any questions before we get into our work sprint time? You guys have done great the first hour. It's been a lot to think about, right? Heavy, heavy stuff. All right, let's do it, my friends. All right, can you believe that we are almost 30 minutes in? And I want to know what you were able to accomplish so far, or do we need to you could just thumbs up reaction on Zoom if you're good, or what's another one? Um, where's my little hand gestures here? Or if you need some more time, you can use um the clapping button maybe, or clapping if you're done, and thumbs up if you need more time. We'll give another like 5 minutes. Need more time? Okay, thank you. We'll give it another 5 minutes and then we will get to our 30-day action plan and check out. You guys are doing awesome. Okay, perfect, Danielle. Thanks for checking in there in the chat. Oh, yeah. All right. Go ahead and tidy up and then come on back to our space here. We are going to get into our June's 30-day action plan. Profitability, my friends. What's most profitable? So right off the top, I want you to come up with a goal on your most profitable offering. What is it going to look like to sell that? How are you going to shift that, change that, add to it, subtract something, right? So that is one goal idea I want you to start with. And the rest is up to you on what you wrote in your reflection and out of this work sprint time. So let's get to our goals before we end our session today. And the month ends on 6/30. So your due date, so Heather and Danielle, those of you without the workbook, you're going to put your goals, a due date column next to your goals. Because if you don't have a numeric date of when you want X amount of things done, you won't get to it. It'll just flow into the next month, to the next month. Like put the due dates that you have, and then what is needed. So as the next column. So like what is the first absolutely essential next step you need to take in order to make that goal into something you can say, I'm working on it, right? It's happening. It's in motion. So make that next step very clear to yourself. And then along your month, when you check in, we have a mid-month check-in on June 18th at noon Central. If you all are not on the CEO Days Google Calendar, you're not subscribed to it, or you didn't sign up for all those mid-month check-ins, I'll put the Google Calendar in there so you can subscribe to it, or just make sure all of our mid-month check-ins are in there. That's a way that we can actually look at the what's going on in our business and due to our plan and kind of check things off or make some notes if we're learning things or having any challenges that we want to bring to the table. So those mid-month check-ins are really helpful. We have a work sprint time there as well, just like we just encountered. So make sure that you go to that. I'll put that in the chat in a recap email. So, what are some of your goals? Let's get to it, my friends. So, the month of June ends on the 30th. How many new prospects or new people or new sales do you need on your highest level of profitability offering do you need? How many phone calls does that take? How many marketing pieces does that take? Right? What is needed to get to your goal? And you can look back into your brain dump as well. Anything else you want to work on. Oh, this brain dump is so short. That's probably the shortest brain dump I've ever had. Usually, like every week, they're like overflowing the page. Um, all right. Make those goals. Make those goals. I love them. Guys, I just got the text message. Hey, this is how many sales we got today. Da da da. I can't. I can't. I just can't. Every day. Just not healthy to be that way. All right. Anyways, I'm doing my goals. This is CEO days time, not client time. See how I did that? Boundaries. Um, all right. So any goals that you want to share? Any ahas that you want to share? Was profitability something that was helpful to go over today for you? I'd love to hear from you. Go ahead and unmute.
It was funny. I was doing like the goals and the first two, and then I was like, wait, neither of these are your highest profitability. Like, what are you doing? You're avoiding the things that you don't want to do, which is the client outreach and, putting yourself out there, asking for introductions, all that stuff. So then it was like, okay, no, that's that, and that needs to go up here. So, it is that, simple thing where we kind of sometimes avoid the things that we have to do that for anxiety or fear of rejection, things like that. So just kind of sticking to those activities that worked well in Q1.
How many of you have repeated a similar goal on your CEO days, 30-day action plans, and have not seen a single bit of progress or initiation on any of it? It's okay to be honest. I am so guilty of that. And I put it on the top of my list every single time. And I want to know why. I think what is needed step is not as clear to me. So I'm going to change that. But just wanted to throw that out there because I come to this meeting with you all every single month. I do this all with you. And still, I struggle in that department. But anyone else, any ahas from today? Was this helpful to you? How was CEO days for some of our new folks?
Well, for me, as I had mentioned earlier, it was a great reminder to myself that just as much as I pour into each of my clients to be making sure that they're aware of what is going on in their businesses, I need to do it to my own as well. So it was the perfect time. It was that reminder of yeah, you need to be doing it for yourself as well. So thank you.
And even if you just spent the time here in this container at CEO days, this is the only time you do it, you're still better off than not showing up and not doing any of it at all. So congratulations to you. All right, we have time for just one more. Who else wants to share? All right. Well, I'll take that as a win, right? You guys are all just super busy to get to the next step. So anything that you need, I am here for in terms of marketing strategy and getting your stuff done. I hope to see you all on June 18th. That is our upcoming work sprint for members. And July 10th is our upcoming CEO Days workshop. So if 10 a.m. works best for you, I'll see you there. And don't forget about our 6 p.m. event. That's going to be a really big one. If you can share CEO days with just one person this week, even if you share your aha or just a picture of your workbook on social media today, that would help me out so much to grow this movement. I started this in 2020, and ever since we've had such a great turnout and we've had so much momentum for people to come here. So just think of one person could be impacted by this session. I would love for you to share CEO Days, tag it on LinkedIn or on Facebook. I have all those pages. That would be really helpful so we can get another, round of new folks for our July event. I will see you all soon, and I will see you in 2 weeks at our work sprint. If you have any questions, just email me, and I look forward to seeing you all there. Thank you so much. Take care.